Patch number 6, final one. Woohoo! Let's go. And we start with SMCY. This thing that went from 100, or actually, yeah, from 100 to 365. And I want to try something for this one. Let's see if it works. Media. I don't remember where the thing was. Let me find it. Bar pattern, this one. And let's just do this. Then we go to SMCY. Okay, boys, I found the next NVIDIA. I was sure this would work. Make it a bit smaller. Not an exact science here. Okay, and like this. Voila! The next NVIDIA is here. And I hope it's self-explanatory that it's intended as a path for how SMCY will perform as well. And what we're looking for, and by the way, this is not the only reason, is for a rebound. Let's draw the path it will take based on NVIDIA and see if it fits. This was the, wait, how, NVIDIA, I drew it until here, okay. So until April 2022. Let's do another one till the NVIDIA low. We copy it, we go back to SMCY, paste, sort of like this, okay. Welcome to SMCY's future. I can take it out, actually I'll just hide it. And now we draw levels. For first level here. Oh my god, it fits like a miracle. Holy shit, it's magic. Next level. This one. Oh my fucking god, it fits like a miracle as well. And I promise you I didn't do this beforehand. Next level. Oh my god, it fits again. Okay, next one. Let's see. This one for the gap. It fits. We have another one here, which would be this plus this. And it also fits a bit. Not perfectly, but it's like magic, like I said. And then where will the lows be? The lows will be, I think, by myself at my own jokes. Wonderful. Even lower than that. So this would be the low. Oh yeah. This the previous all-time high from this area. Yeah, looks legit, boys. Looks legit, boys and girls. Sorry, don't want to discriminate. Okay, so knowing this, what are we? How do we play this? So most likely we'll get a head and shoulders type of thing. Maybe we go a bit lower, but it shouldn't be much lower at 220-ish, 225. It's a clear dip buy because it's likely has a lot of open interest that will reactivate as soon as the market starts going up. And we have a couple more levels. One would be this one for the gap start, which is unlikely to be broken ever. Uh, Same as Nvidia. Nvidia didn't have a gap down, I believe, but whatever. And then let's do the high one, which this one doesn't count. It will act as a deviation. So let's assume we go back down a bit. We bounce from this level. We go up. Maximum we can do is this 297,300 level. I don't think we ever go down. Then we start the next leg down. We go for the gap fill. We chop around here for a while. We maybe go back up again like Nvidia did. Don't know, but you get the idea. I think the Nvidia blueprint is a very good blueprint for how SMCY will perform. And the dip on next week is not mandatory. We can just as well go up, but look for rejection here. Look for when it loses this level because we start on the next path down. And potentially we can do something like a head and shoulders kind of thing, like not a perfectly straight one like this. Oh, sorry, not with this one, with this one, like this. So crooked head and shoulders, and it would be uh, shoulder one, shoulder two, head, and the baseline is this. This is the story for SMCY. Next, target earnings got rejected initially, so it dumped before earnings. Then it popped on earnings and it got rejected and what? To look at volume. The impulsive move is down. I honestly don't know how to read this one because it was a green day, so it was a rejection, but it wasn't a very big one. And then we get increasing volume a bit for the green candles. Fuck it, I'm gonna call it bearish. And the bearishness I see is just because of the wicks here, and I would assume we retest the lows and then we go up. This could be a bit of an overshoot to go to 122. Yeah, that's a good level, and this is a very strong supply zone. Very strong. So I would love if it goes to it and maybe even a bit lower. It would be a very good buy in this 120 area for target for the long term, I think. Yeah, I like it like this. And if we get a buy at 120, it's a hold until 140. No, even higher. So this would be likely just a pullback. This is the problem. This area here is the supply zone. So this would probably just a pullback, and then we continue going higher and higher and higher. And at 155 we get fucked. Let me redraw the levels because these are old and they don't look necessarily relevant anymore. So first of all, the demand one, I think it's a bit lower. Starts at 125 and goes down to 117. But I think 120 as a psychological level should hold. Uh, this is high quality because it hasn't been tested. Actually, it has been tested here, but so it would need to go a bit lower. Next one would be this one, 96. But anyway, I don't think we see that. 120 should be strong enough. Okay, then we have this low here. that needs to be recaptured quickly. Then we have this where the current impulsive move down originated. This is the level that you have to be aware of when target starts going back up and reaches this target. Be prepared for a big sell-off, like back to 140, like this, equivalent to this. And then a couple of intermediate levels. This one probably, and this one. But they are not that relevant. I think we can get to them quickly. So we go up until the big level get rejected, maybe go as low as 130 again, but it's still bullish as long as we don't go for the lows again. Uh, so this would be either option 1 and option 2 would be going back here, still bullish. Just it will take longer to get to 150. Yeah, should be good. TLT, still bullish TLT. Still think we can potentially go lower. I like the bullish divergence on the daily. The weekly has it as well. In the Marco video, I explained. Oh, weekly doesn't have it. Oh no, it does approximately from here to here. I explained the double top pattern in bond yields, and we are at when the reverse happens, and basically TLT inversed is um, yields regular, and reversing it back to where it was. This is the mega support, 89, with a extremely unlikely scenario in which we go down to 83. Uh, I think it's a buy, and I will emphasize that I'm talking very long term here. I got 2020. I got the longest duration calls possible, like January 2025 at the moment, and I will be adding when we get here in size. So I think it's possible that we drop here. Next week we should do a move up because I expect the market to go up. Uh, but if it doesn't, it's probably going to do this, and this is the bottom of the cycle. After that, the economy should start looking very worrying, and there will be lots of talk of cutting. The minimum we will see is 108. I think 120 is a good target. 108 would be target 2, so target 1 would be 100, 101, then 108, but the real target is 120, uh, talking with 1 year out expectations. TMF Treasury Bull 3x shares. Oh, so this is basically TLT. Uh, Nothing, just 3x leverage. Same thing applies. Actually, I see it's a bit different. Most likely, like 475 or 5 would be equivalent. I don't know what to say about this one. I don't know how the 3x impacts it. But basically, what I said for TLT, just extrapolate that and apply it to TMF. It should be very similar level-wise. Let's overlap them just to TMF. So 428, no 460, 450, 460 would be equivalent in TMF for the buy point. If I remove auto, it fucks up. So just an approximation. I don't know for sure, but it should act very, very similarly. Tesla. Fuck, I fucking hate that thing. Okay, time for reset for Tesla. I have so many lines from a million years ago. Let's do a clean one. We are at support, immediately evident. Then next big level is this one at this level, a bit higher. That to catch this low here. And then next bottom level, this one. This probably needs to be lower actually. This. Okay. And now intermediate levels. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So rejected, got back down, flushed, and now we are at the midpoint again. I don't see any reason why this wouldn't hold. A nice spike in volume on Friday, even though it was a red day, we count it as a green volume bar because um, not because the candle is green, but because it was at the bottom and the bleeding was stopped. So it was actually buyers stepping in and failing, keeping the price up. Or you can think of it as bears tried to push it much lower and they brought in the volume, but they failed. And this kind of moment causes a reversal. Okay, so if we reverse, we go back up. 235 should be reasonable, potentially even higher to 250. And then I don't know, retest of the lows, or we see, or we go higher, go back to the highs of the range. One more level here. This, oops, I think it should go towards the highs of the range and then do the chopping. Don't see Tesla breaking down. They don't announce anything. I don't know. TSM. So we have this range here at the top, and we doubled it and went even lower. But the double up is around this area here. And now we are consolidating in this range. Let's see, how do I draw this one? Like this, I think. Is this where it was? No, it was lower, my bad. Yeah, yeah. But this one is a level, an intermediate one. This one is a level as well, but higher. Yeah, it's fine. Well, anyway, chop range, chop range, and now new chop range. And with China weakness, similar to Qualcomm, no reason for it to be bullish. So maybe it doesn't drop, but it cannot go much higher either. This would mean that China recovers from the current drop, which doesn't seem likely unless if that doesn't happen, we go to the bottom of the range at 81, and this we have to get a bounce because TA oversold and so on. And again, we do the chopping range in the lower side. Or, ooh, I like what I see somewhat. I don't like the volume was low. This was a large rejection, and we push up, and now that doesn't look that bullish. This a bit higher, and like this. I was very bullish on lift, but I don't. It wasn't supposed to break out necessarily next week. So if lift moves higher, and I believe that lift looked excellent from a squeeze play, for a squeeze play very soon, there is no way that Uber doesn't move with it as well. For the move to make sense, Uber maybe goes higher, gets rejected, and then bounces as well, breakout from a bull flag, it also goes higher, and then we go for the top of the range here, or 260. The Uber and Lyft. Where was Lyft? It was here. So in theory, this should happen for them to be synced. This should happen in the first week of September, so that Uber has time to drop again, bounce, break out, and then go for the squeeze play, and they go for the squeeze play in tandem. And it would happen. This is drawn time accurate, but it should happen not next week for sure. Potentially starting with this week. Keep an eye on flows for both Uber and Lyft. UPS did not bounce and actually continued with speed. I remind you that we have a volume gap here. If we ever go below this 156 level, it would absolutely below, yeah, it would absolutely crater and drop through this like knife through butter from 156 to 120. And at 120, it's a very good buy. But can we get there without? Can we actually get there? And for now, it's looking pretty good. Maybe it doesn't do like economy has to crater for UPS to do this. So maybe we just go retest this area one more time and bounce from it. We do a fake breakout here, and then eventually over a longer period of time. So something like this. Fake breakout, and then we go down with a vengeance, and bam. Not that crazy, but bam. And this would be an actual flush. So we go to 156, we bounce again, maybe even do a fake breakdown to catch some momentum, and then go to the trend line, get rejected, fake breakout, and go down. I like this a lot. Let me show the volume gap. Nothing. No support, no buyers, no orders, no anything. Until we get to 116, 120. Uranium. So it's probably a bit lower. No, it's not. This one is higher. Here. This one is fine. This one is fine. This one is here. We have another big one like this. Okay, this is hard to read. I can say it's not bullish. I don't remember where I talked about the RSI consolidation in the 50, 50 60, 70 area. I think it was for something Pence. That's RTX and there's another one, Lockheed Martin, the ticker for. I don't remember, but anyway, this is bearish, and we are at the top of the range. We got rejected. Now we're trying to push again. This will not survive another push and fail. So if it pushes down, pushes up and fails again, expect it to go back to 18. If it pushes up, turns into a support, then we go back towards 28. But from the RSI pattern, this doesn't look bullish to me. And there's like a rising wedge kind of thing here, which this doesn't tend to be bullish. It tends to break out on the steep side, not on this side. So I would call it bearish. Percent. Yeah, watch for this level. Like if you see it break out and then it gets back in, be afraid and have some stop losses or even short it. All greens. Well, this didn't turn out well. Same situation as with CVS, but this one does it have history? It's 25 should be the target. This is the what 2000. This is the 28 crash demand zone that hasn't been tested in a long time. So I would expect to find buyers just below 25. Don't think we go as low as 22 because it's the whole area, but like 20, 23, 25 should be fine demand. It's oversold as well. Oversold can get more oversold, unfortunately, and nowhere near all-time lows on RSI. Put some orders in this range and be prepared to hold for a long time. Get rejection. This. Let's draw some other lines. Let me look at higher time frame as well, just to get an idea of things. This level is good. Don't need any of these ones for now. This is the level. Yeah, this is it. Now we have a bunch of intermediate levels, which is one is here. The other one is now here. Expect target one, some pullback, retest, hold, go back up, retest, go through it. Here we will get a rejection for sure. Pull back either to 30 or to 28, and then we go back up. Maybe we break above and go higher, or maybe we get rejected and consolidate sideways. More this would be accumulation, but like I said, for long-term play, hold, not for anything short-term. XOM. Goddamn oil stocks have been confusing me all year. This stands. We should see a retest of this at some point. Remember how I explained on a couple of names that we go below the trend line, the current trend, and then just hug uh, the the trend line we lost, and that can even take us to the all-time high. But at the end, it's a berry structure, and at some point we will break down and do this. And look, sideways movement. So sell in the 190, 120 area. Then look out below if we lose this one. If we lose this one, we double it, and probably the target is what's 87-ish. I'll draw the level soon. Okay, let's draw the levels. This is too high. This one is good. This one is good. Let's make it a big one. So 117, 118 is the target of this current rally. If it even holds and gets there. I have doubts. This counts as a rejection, or could count as a rejection already. Like this. Did slightly. So this could be just up, and now we go back down, and maybe we fail, or we just hug this until we get to the top and then drop. Okay, let's continue. So then we have this level is good, but probably a bit higher or a bit lower. Let's go a bit lower to this week here. This. Is it a double up? Approximately. So it's good. This will be the target if we get a breakdown. when we lose the trend line and this channel. So we lose both this uptrend and this consolidation range. When we lose both of this, and we will, target is to get to 86. Zoom, haven't looked at Zoom in a million years. First thing, earnings next week, so play that at your own peril. I like how this looked. I like how this looked here. Oh my god, it was the all-time low. Zoom almost went to the all-time low. I can't believe it. It actually held on the IPO level. We bounced off the IPO level again. The overshoot range is this. Zoom wasn't a great investment if you started at IPO. It wasn't a bad one because you didn't lose money, but if you held through that, yep, start. Sideways movement. Now earnings either take us here or it makes us retest the lows. If we lose this, all bets are off. Probably goes to don't know how to measure it, but let's say 55, 56, 55. We just doubled this actually. Let's see if it's 56. I think this is half of this. If we get here, watch for a breakout of a rejection. If we get here, watch maybe attempt a buy. We'll see for earnings. ASPS, Alti-Source Portfolio Solution. What the fuck is this? Finance, rental leasing. Just had earnings and it dropped 17%. Well, we are below IPO price. This is not good. This is all-time low level shit. Not literal all-time low, but very, very close. And if we go below it, I don't know where this thing goes. 443. Still pretty large bullish divergences. It hasn't realized yet, but even if it goes like this, or even if it makes a new low, I think it will be still in a bullish divergence. On the weekly, that was the weekly. Let's look back at the daily and put more levels. Okay, so this is the IPO level, 533. This didn't have a lot of volume. We want to see something like this too for conviction. Tough. I don't think it goes back up without losing this, not losing, going back to the all-time lows. And then it's up to the gods. It could very easily go even lower. I don't know what to tell you. This kind of low, unknown name and on a niche uh, domain, they trade in a strange way. Could go back here, could go back down. Possible to do the chop range, possible to go lower. I don't know what to tell you. And I think this was the last name. Yay! Can't believe I'm done. Okay, boys and girls. Hope you guys enjoyed it and helped you out in your trading. Have a good one. Bye bye.